Joining me now from Washington, D.C., National Press Secretary for the National Republican Congressional Committee, Michael McAdams. Michael, your job just got a little bit tougher today, I would imagine, right? With the announcement by Sean Duffy. Not exactly the news that you want to hear.
No, I mean, Sean Duffy's a great member. It's unfortunate that he has to take some time and deal with those family issues, but he won that district handily. President Trump won the district by 21 points, and we have no thoughts that it's going to be a Democrat seat after this election. We're fully confident Republicans are going to win that seat and maintain as a Republican seat.
And now it's a matter of recruiting a good, solid constitutional candidate who can articulate the principles of what the Republican Party stands for. Lower government, less taxes, and what Donald Trump is standing for on matters like immigration, et cetera. But let's go to California, because you have, of all the states, you have the hardest task, let's face it, in California, after the shellacking in 2018. There's a couple of races in Northern California that you have targeted, CA10 and CA21. CA10, Josh Hardner holds that seat right now, the Democrat, Liberty score. He leads the class, by the way, with an F 11%. Everybody has a worse score than 11% F, believe it or not, in California, of the races we're looking at, including T.J. Cox, the Democrat in California 21. How do you handicap these two districts?
Well, let me start off with California 21. I mean, T.J. Cox, he conceded on election night. So the only reason he's in office now is because of the ballot harvesting we've talked about together on this show before. And now that he's in office, he's been nothing but a crook and a liar. He's been on the front page of the Fresno Beef 5 times, detailing his shady business dealings and his unethical past. I mean, just this past week, there was a front page story detailing how he's failed to pay workers at his Canadian mine for multiple years. So California 21 voters, they're going to understand exactly why T.J. Cox is unfit for office. He's a liar, and they can't be trusted.
And as far as California 10?
And sure, California 10, I mean, Josh Hardner has made it his mission to represent the people of San Francisco, which is a problem because he represents a rural district right now, far away from San Francisco. So he spends all of his time hanging out with San Francisco donors. He votes with Nancy Pelosi 100% of the time. He supports government-run health care, and that's a problem when you're representing a rural district like California 10.
And rural is the poignant word in California. A lot of people don't realize that outside of the Bay Area, outside of Los Angeles, which are very, very deep blue, there are mega parts of deep red in California. And so these districts that you're targeting in this kind of the Central Valley of California are flippable. But the remainder of the seats that you're looking at trying to flip are in Southern California. In particular, a lot of them are in Orange County. And Orange County, of course, was the bruising effect on election night in 2018 for the Republican Party. California 25, 39, 45, 48, 49. Let's start with 39, Gil Cisneros. Now, I believe, if I remember right, Michael, he ran against a woman by the name of Young Kim. And Young Kim was doing very well on election night until all of a sudden these late ballots started coming in and he knocked her off. And I think that she's going to run again, is she not?
Yes, she is running again. She's going to be a very formidable candidate there. And I think Gil Cisneros is in a lot of trouble. As you mentioned, he barely squeaked by on election night. Obviously, 2020 is going to be a much different cycle for Republicans. We have the president atop the ticket, and we have 2 years of Nancy Pelosi and AOC running the House.
Right.
And voters have seen the radical agenda that they're pushing there. Gil Cisneros, he votes with AOC 93% of the time. He backs Medicare for all and a host of radical socialist policies that these Democrats want. And these districts in Southern California, they were represented by Republicans for decades, and they changed last cycle, and you can't assume that voters are very happy with the socialist turn these Democrats have put forth representing them.
And that includes California 49, right, which is now held by Mike Levin. He squeaked it out on election night in 2018. Now, this was Darrell Issa's seat. It's, you know, the district has kind of morphed over the years, and Darrell Issa's district has morphed over the years. But the bottom line is, this is a seat, I believe, that is partially in Orange County and partially in San Diego County, which should, you'd think, lean a little bit more toward the red.
Certainly. And it definitely doesn't lean towards a candidate who Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez endorsed herself, which is what she did with Mike Levin. And he's gone all in on her radical socialist agenda. He supported the Green New Deal. He wants to abolish gas-powered vehicles, which I know we've discussed on this program before, and how damaging that would be to middle-class Americans who drive to work. And he wants to have the government take over their health care. So this is a district that did not turn into a New York City neighborhood that AOC represents. It's a suburban district with a Republican tilt. And that's one of the reasons we're confident we'll be able to win it back.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.